Hey, what's going on, guys? What's up, guys? Crons here. Welcome to The Monster Inside, an audio-visual novella. I think it's a point-and-click adventure, from what I read. And apparently it's a horror game, sort of, but not really. So let's just get into it and find out for ourselves. My head pounded, ears still ringing silently. Some of the worst nightmares I'd had in years left me feeling like I'd been punched in the jaw. But just like any other day, I dragged myself to the office. That's every day for me. Every day, bro. Oh, nice. Okay, so this is our office, I'm presuming. There was another notice on the door from Mayor Vinetti's office. Permits out of date. They didn't like me much and were trying to drown me in paperwork. Seems kind of counterproductive, right? It was a slow month. Weeks since I had any real case to work on. So I passed the time pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner, safely covered with an old bed sheet. You know, I would go out and have fun if I didn't have any cases to work on. I guess he's just waiting day by day to get something. I don't dare look at my own reflection. I'm too afraid of what I might see. Afraid someday I might have to face what I really am. That's deep. The girl came in so quiet I nearly choked on my cigarette. Oh yeah, so this is kind of like, not film noir, but noir genre, kind of detective, let's see, Bioshock. Some of those older films. What was that? The Maltese Falcon? Classic. Mister, please, you got to help me, mister. Oh, this is like a visual novel. Okay. Yeah, what can I help you with? Please, no one else will listen to me. Well, then tell me. Go on. Tell me. She eyed me with just a dash of suspicion as I tossed back a handful of pills and chased them with a swig of whiskey. I could tell this might take a while. Hey, I mean, it's normal behavior. Her name was Lily. Lily with two L's. She told me that she was his mistress, the man all over the papers, the infamous banker, Mr. Reginald Farnsworth. Not related to Fry at all. Good news, everyone. Was a drunk, philandering bastard, but this girl seemed genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. Less concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wife had just turned up dead in Central Park 2 nights ago. You don't understand, he just couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Everyone thinks it was him and no one believes me. He's got to be in trouble. Alright, I ain't saying I believe you. But what makes you think he's in danger? Well, Mr. Jack. You can just call me Jack. Jack, whoever did that to his wife must have been the one who took him. He would never left without me. He promised me. I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised this girl a lot of things. Lily says, please, the cops won't listen to me and they want to bring him in on charges. You gotta prove it was him before they find him. Honestly, I doubt they're in too much of a hurry. I mean, look at this office. The mayor is in charge of this office. Alright, practically the entire police force in his deep pockets. Oh, Mr. Farnsworth had it. Okay, probably that's why they hadn't found out much yet. But I mean, if they run this office like they run everything else, clearly, if they find him and brought him in, it would be due to public pressure. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than one man with money. Alright, I can help you. We'll get to the, I'm gonna be as helpful as possible since this is the first case I've had in weeks. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't worry about it. I'm a professional. Oh, thank you, Mr. Disregard the pill popping. Jack says, oh wait, thank you, Mr. Jack. Thank you, but please be careful. I don't think this is just any murderer. I think it was a beast. Alright, well that's interesting. Beast, huh? The word struck me funny, like when you jaw your elbow on a hard corner. Yeah, I mean that's like Bible stuff. Not a word many use these days, except in hushed whispers and bedtime stories for children. By the way, this game is running pretty well. I mean, so far it's just a room, but... Oh, they were real enough, alright. They just got better at hiding, controlling... Oh, this is real! Controlling the unseemly urges, but I hadn't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years. Back when I was still a cop myself, you know, I saw quite a few people with the mark of the beast. Just kidding. Alright, I can help you lead it there. Yeah, let's not jump to conclusions, you mad prune. I've got this handled. I've got the experience. I've got the office. I've got the matching personality and flaws for this here genre of game. Alright, I just have a feeling about it. Something tells me you can't get to the bottom of it. You can get to the bottom of it, sorry. You're good at this sort of thing. Well, let's hope so. It's my job. Sure, can you see how busy I am with cases? Sarcasm wasn't my strong suit. Yeah, it's not. I reassured her some more and sent her on her way. I didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep her doors locked and call me if she saw anything suspicious. Sospechoso. I didn't know if she was any danger herself, but better safe than sorry. Sure. That night I made my way down to Central Park. It was a long shot, but maybe there was something there the cops had missed. I mean, you really think they're gonna just leave a bunch of evidence lying around? Yeah, it was picked clean by the cops days ago. Oh yeah, they probably, yeah. I have a knack for finding things overlooked, and generally cops are incompetent when it comes to this kind of thing. In all the movies and whatever. A knack. More of a symptom or a condition. Other, less useful symptoms I kept in check. But for the time being, my keen sense of smell would come in handy. Okay, you have a keen sense of smell. It was faint, but I could smell it before I even approached the police line. The smell of blood? Sorry, ketchup? Spilled tomato juice. It was less of a thing and more of an emotion. Seduction? How do you smell seduction? Yes, the faint odors, the familiar, a strangely familiar smell, the smell of seduction. I expected the sense of trepidation or maybe even outright fear, but Mrs. Farnsworth seems to have been at the height of pleasure when she left this world. Really. I mean, first of all, it's been 3 days since the murder. How in God's name are you going to smell any kind of sex things 3 days later? No. I mean, the Central Park. I mean, I've only been to New York once, but it's a busy place. You've got a lot of grass, right? Squirrels. You've got I don't know. Anyway, I doubt that. I doubt that very much. Brought a new meaning to a crime of passion. Pushing the thought from my mind, it was time to get down to business. Investigate the scene. Alright, this is a... by the way, I played LA Noire. That was a fantastic game. Fantastic. I didn't finish it though. I think I got like 3 chapters in, but it's fantastic. I just got sidetracked really. Alright, difficult to pick out anything from the prints the cops left behind in their haste. But cops don't wear 2,000 pairs of carquinos. Alright, and walked away on his own 2 feet. Or maybe he banged her on the bench and then left and then she was murdered. Sorry for my vulgarities. A burn mark on a nearby tree caught my eye. I ran my finger along its length and felt a chill down my spine. Is it from the beast? This doesn't want any burn mark. This was a mark of ancient magic. It's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Could Lily have been right? Something unnatural was at play here. Well, man, I was no stranger to the strange. Stranger things have happened. After looking around for a while longer, I realized the park had given up all it was hiding. Really? Did I mess up? Hopefully I didn't miss a clue or something. So I trudged back to my apartment and my head hit my pillow like it owed me money. Next chapter. That was quick. The next morning I was reeling from another bout of ghoulish nightmares, but I tried to hide my discomfort when I saw Lily was already sitting outside my office. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked the door and ripped down another notice from the mayor's office. I motioned for her to step inside. Seemingly afraid of what I might say, she finally worked up the courage to ask, "So, what did you find?" Alright, well, I've got some good news. Francis might still be alive, clearly. Alright, here's a prediction. You guys tell me what you think of this. Write it down in the comments right now. What do you think? Mr. Farnsworth the werewolf. Easy. Or number 2, Mr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type scenario. I mean, okay, so there's a beast claw marks, right? He walks away from the scene. Either he killed her, then someone else came along, which is kind of unlikely, or he had sex with her, which triggered something, and he turned into the beast and killed her in a fit of rage. I probably should have given her false hope like that, but she seemed like she needed something to hold on to right then. I mean, he's clearly alive, or he was 3 days ago. She didn't need to know about the mark on the tree. How do you know that? Where is he? Found his footprints. Looks like he got out safely. My tone was indifferent towards us. I turned and grabbed a bottle from my desk drawer. A dryness in my throat made it difficult to swallow my meds. Well, stop taking them! But you don't know where he went? Do you think the news this morning is related? What news is that? I take a habit of never reading the news in real life. Just because it's the most depressing, god-awful thing. Only look up stuff when you actually are interested in it. Haven't you heard? Nope. Been dreaming about crazy shit all night. They found the police's chief's wife dead down by the docks. They say it happened last night. Let me guess, Chief Amato is missing too. My face might have betrayed a hint of satisfaction as she confirmed my suspicions, but it faded quickly. Amato was a shit cop and a shit chief. Well, maybe it's a contagious werewolf virus? Alright, I'll stop there. He was half the reason I left the force, but now his wife was dead and I had more questions than I did the day before. The gears in my head started to spin, which wasn't helped by the splitting pain at my temples. I told Lily I needed time to work and she left slightly dejected, wanting more answers than I could provide. Hey, I went to one crime scene. Not really going to have a wealth of information. That night, after the cops had cleared out of the docks, I would slip down and see what I could uncover concerning Mrs. Amato's untimely demise. These chapters are fast. I think there's 7. The cold air smelled strongly of salt and oil and seduction. Could it be? That smell again, like someone had bottled pure arousal and used it as perfume. No, I'm gonna hold on to my thoughts. It hit me like a long-forgotten memory, but the sensual fume soon gave way to a rush of adrenaline. I knew exactly what the scent reminded me of, and what scared me more than not knowing. I looked down at my hands. Shaking. The nightmares. The headaches. No, I was better now. Reformed. What was going on with the character? I had to focus. No jumping to conclusions. Followed the evidence. Investigate the scene. What's this? Red Phoenix cigarettes. Same shitty brand I smoke every day. Everyone's got their vice. Alright, what do we got here? Let's quickly see. Can I click on... No, it really seems like I'm going to click on 2 things per scene. There, just there, the smallest piece of fabric. Purple fabric, to be specific. Torn and caught in the splint of a board. The police report didn't say anything about Miss Amato wearing purple, and it was certainly of a quality that you wouldn't expect down here. Don't see too many high society types around flaunting royal purple threads. Sure man. I pulled out my own pack of reds. Lit up. I could already feel another headache coming on. Looking out over the waves seemed to help me forget. The cold helped me push down the uncomfortable thoughts that had been bubbling to the top of my brain. Wow, chapter 4 done. I honestly don't remember the walk back to the office. Apparently I spent the night in my easy chair. The air from the docks lingered on my clothes. It was still dark out. No, I checked the clock. How long had I been out? Had I really slept through the entire next day? A newspaper was sitting under the door. As I stood to fetch it, I nearly fell over. A wave of nausea hit me like a ton of bricks. Let me guess, Lily's dead. I steadied myself and regained my composure. Before I even picked up the paper, I could already read the headline. Mayor missing, wife found dead. Wow. Alright, so this is a common theme. So the wives of people are going missing. I bet if we go to that crime scene, we're going to find more seduction smells. 2 cases are coincidence, 3 is a pattern. Yeah, this is already like a serial killer type thing. Or some kind of, some kind of possession, some kind of weird supernatural thing. The cops would come asking questions soon. They knew I had a history of antagonizing all the victims. I stumbled to my desk and slammed back 3 days worth of inhibitor pills. Inhibitor pills? So is this, maybe this is like, that Bloodborne story. We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Maybe everyone's turning into beasts. They're all going bloodthirsty or something. Because this main character, he's saying, I smelled the thing before. He's saying he's taking inhibitor pills. I mean, we weren't sure what kind of medical condition he had, so I couldn't take any chances. Sound suspicious? I had to investigate the scene to be sure. I threw on my jacket and went to the door. Lily caught me off guard on the other side. Jack, where are you off to? I've been trying to reach you all day. I have to go. Sorry, I'm busy. We need to talk when you get back. Stay safe. Sure. She gave me a soft kiss on the cheek as I rushed off. Part of me wanted to say and tell it would be okay, but part of me knew that I would turn into the beast. I'm just kidding. That's not what it says! Alright, chapter 5 is done. This is quick. The alley was located just behind the high-rise apartments where Mayor Vinetti and his wife lived. I could tell the police were spooked now. The crime scene was even sloppier than the last. They hadn't even bothered to submit the trash as evidence. Alright, well let's look at the trash first thing. Why wouldn't they at least look through the dumpster? It seems untouched. No one wanted to do the dirty work. But I know how to find the good stuff, man. I know through my thousands of years of experience. It really doesn't take long if you know what to look for. Lightweight bags usually mean someone's dumping documents. If you're lucky, they didn't bother to shred them. If they shred them, you can put them together. Jackpot. Shell companies. Shady stock trades. Bribes. I knew Mayor Vinetti was crooked, but this was unbelievable. Alright. And there was more. Letters between Mayor Vinetti and Chief Amato. Talking about me. How they were trying to get me shut down. They didn't like me snooping around crime scenes all the time. Well, they weren't here to stop me snooping around this time. Yeah, no crap. Right, we got this car, and looks like that looks it. That looks like it's it. Vinetti's car. If he's still alive, why wouldn't he have left it? Oh, Vinetti's car. If he's still alive, why wouldn't he have left in his car? It didn't make any sense. I honestly wasn't too motivated to find him, but the stake was too high, and my bet was edging towards the unthinkable. As I searched around for anything that might assuage my fears, I caught the scent again. It overwhelmed my other senses with undulating pleasure. It was intoxicating. A weapon used on the weak-willed. A weapon I knew all too well. Though it had been many years since I had used it. Since I had used this weapon on the weak-willed. Was there another like me? Was I being framed? Well, clearly there were 3 others. Just kidding, we're not sure yet. It wasn't possible, was it? I was taking my inhibitors. I was reformed, man. It wasn't me, man. With the nightmares, the headaches, the memory lapses. I couldn't even trust myself. I started walking back out to the alley when something shiny caught my eye. A watch. Not just any watch, though. My watch. My watch called it. How long had my wrist been bare? Surely I had just dropped it when I first came down the alley. I checked the time just before I left the office, hadn't I? Or had I used the wall clock? Can't be sure. I couldn't be sure of anything, so I ran. Okay, chapter 6 is done. I don't know why I ran back to the office. The cops would probably show up any minute to knock the door down and cart me away. They will put it together before long. Maybe it would be best for everyone if I simply faced my own reflection. Oh yeah, that's why he doesn't look at his own reflection, right? But Lily was still there waiting for me. Let me guess. Jack, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. My own ghost come back to haunt me from the past. Honestly, mate, I wouldn't say that to a girl, but you're not making any sense, Jack. Come sit down. You don't understand. You're not safe around me. I took a good last look at her as I prepared to shove her out the door. I noticed she was wearing the same thing she had when she came first to my office 3 days ago. Let me guess, a purple dress? A beautiful purple dress! Called it twice in a row! Odd that I hadn't really noticed that before, but it made her seem out of place, out of time. And it was frayed around the edges, torn in places. Oh, I'm getting chills, man. This is actually kind of good. This is kind of good. My chair caught my fall as my knees failed me. It was you. You are the monster. Alright, what? Succubus? Oh, Jack, we are one and the same, you and I. We are both monsters. I'm simply more honest with myself. There's no such thing as reformation. Those pills you take only make you dull. Beasts like us should never suppress our true natures, as you have incubus. Incubus and Succubus? Those men are probably dead too now, I figured. She probably took them to her lair and harvested their seed. So I killed the women and she killed the men. Is that what happened? So you've done all this just to wake me up? You could say that, though it seemed enough just of you doubt yourself. You believed you were still capable of such horrors, which means deep down you probably are. Oh no, she just killed everyone. You can't escape it. Now I need you to complete the deed. You took my watch, messed with my head. Oh, don't act like I didn't do you a favor. Those men hated you and wanted you gone, and now they are gone. I mustered the strength to stand again, moving casually to the window by the corner. She was right about one thing. I was dull, weak compared to her. If I refused her and she attacked me, I was a dead man. I had to keep her talking. I've never met a succubus who seduces and kills women. Oh please, such a 14th century stereotype. I don't discriminate when it comes to the pleasures of the flesh. But I still need an incubus like yourself to take the tainted seed I've harvested from those awful men and plant it among the fertile masses for me. I'm tired of draining my lovers just to survive. I'm ready to settle down and start a family. Ha 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 ha. That maniacal laughter. I positioned myself carefully, making sure she was looking my direction. Sorry, but I'm not your guy. Oh, with a quick flick of my wrist, I whipped the old bedsheet off the corner mirror. Lily was blinded by her own reflection and sucked into the mirror with a painful, monstrous scream. Trapped. Shielding my own eyes, I pulled my revolver from my desk side drawer, aimed it at the mirror, and fired. Alright. Whoa, okay, done. Alright, wow. Well, okay, one thing I have to say, it was definitely pretty good for what it was. This was a kind of like a short kind of thing. It definitely was good. One thing I do have to say was, it kind of, like, it escalated super quickly. It was going super slow, and then it was like, plot twist, or not really, it was more like apex, and then it like fell down. So I think the story could have been better balanced, personally. But I mean, it was still good. This is a free game on Steam. I'll put the link in the description. It was just kind of like, hey, I'm a succubus, and I'm a monster. You're a monster. But it did catch me a little, so I did like it. I do appreciate it. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, give it a like. I'm trying some more variety on the channel. Personally, I just kind of want some new things while we wait for Destiny 2 and as I rage in Dark Souls. So anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Cheers.